one. Hey, girl. Hey, and welcome to the mess that is your life right behind you.
This is a metaphor and a simile for my life right now. That's what
Go
it
on.
is. No, so basically, you're right. It is a lot of prepping and a lot of materials strewn everywhere because I have to make let's see, four dresses, like four quick dresses for
Okay.
Halloween. Because I'm not doing the thing I did last year where I dressed up every week for the karaoke because nobody cared. And
No,
so
why would they?
I just thought because
No, baby
I
girl.
just, I didn't know, right? I
Why,
didn't know. I
did you
was just
ask me?
no.
Exactly.
Well, that was my first year actually having like a recurring gig on like
Uh-huh,
a,
girl. Did you ask me?
no.
Okay.
So anyway, I am gonna make some quick little dresses though, because I found some great things for that.
Girl, you
But on
could just
top,
cross dress for less.
it's not my, that's not my style at this point. Um, I can't
Why not?
because it's just not. That's not my thing. I like making stuff. You know that. That's part of my
I know, but
drag.
then you would have more time to make the grandiose things.
Well, I mean, I make quick things and then I have time for the
You mean
grandiose
like
things. So
caftans?
those aren't technically that quick, really. Not if you want to do them right. I mean, if you do them in a terrible quick way, yeah, I guess so, but not
I
really.
mean, is 6 months quick?
We s- I want to be very transparent here. I think it's been longer than 6 months.
It has, girl. It has.
Yeah,
I was just trying to be. I was
yeah.
just trying to be
I actually
nice.
I actually have this like I've been making an actual list of things to knock out in the month of October.
Um,
So you're right there. So
it's fine, girl. It's
yeah.
fine. You
No, it
have
is funny
until
when you said
March of
that.
next year.
I have no, I want to get it to you for like the winter season
The
so that you
winters,
so that you
girl.
have like this beautiful caftan just to like graze around the house
Girl,
in
because it gets so cold in North Carolina in the winter.
well, it's a light material. It's not like it's a heavy
It's
material.
true. It's
I just
true.
want something that covers your knees, honey. That's all. I just want it to cover your
So I could be a lady once more.
That's all.
Heaven,
That's all I'm concerned
it's
about. I'm just
because
concerned about your
I've run out
purity.
of rouge for them, so I need to start hiding them again. Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
rouge in
Lord.
the knees. Oh my gosh.
So we just watched a really good animated movie, and since you aren't going to watch Encanto, maybe you'll watch this.
What did you watch?
It's called Belle.
Belle. Is it a
Belle.
Japanese
It's
animation?
a Japanese animation about
Okay, that seems more
um
likely I'll watch it.
it takes place in like 2025. It's
Okay.
a retelling of Beauty and the Beast,
Okay.
but in like the metaverse.
Oh, you're saying all of the right things to me.
And it
All
like
of
it
it.
deals with a lot of trauma,
You're all once again, you're saying all the
and
right
there's
things to
beautiful
me.
music.
There we go. I A, B, and C. I'm
Yes.
in.
It's on HBO Max. Go watch it. It's great.
If somebody told me, "Hey, did you watch the anime version of Encanto?" You'll probably hear me say, "Yes, yes, I did." As soon as it comes out, I'll probably watch it.
Yeah, it's watch it in English. The music's good in English. Like
Okay.
it's beautifully, like the backgrounds are beautifully rendered. Like,
Mm,
oh, I believe
my
it's
Anna.
TV Nippon is the like, yeah, there
Oh,
you go.
yes. Sorry, my anime nipples just got erect.
Well, you better do something about that.
I mean, I go watch anime. That's what I do when my anime nipples get erect.
So what
Um,
else have you been up to?
let's see. So this week was our first week I did that talk show.
How'd it
Um,
go?
I had a good time. I know that you were not exactly the biggest fan when you watched the other cast. I mean, I went into it making jokes. Like that's all I cared about. I was like, I'm just gonna be stupid and make some jokes. And I think everybody in my panel had the same idea.
Okay.
And apparently, I guess the first week they just weren't doing that. Like they took it too serious.
Yeah,
I didn't even watch the first episode. My mom watched the first episode. I didn't watch the first episode.
I made it through like I watched 5 minutes of it,
Yeah.
and they were like just very serious. They were talking about bros.
Yeah.
And they were talking about the commercialization of the gay culture and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, girl, you need to watch yourself because it's good we're getting commercialized. It means we're becoming accepted.
Exactly.
Controversial,
and so it
but
was
yet
just so
brave
funny.
opinion.
But that's the thing. Like my mom said that she said, it felt like they just wanted to argue about everything. And I was like, well, they probably did. I was like, so this week will be a mixed group. So it'll be some people from my group and some people from that group.
Okay.
So I'm going to do the exact same thing I did this time, which is I ain't taking none of this serious. So you're going to hear a lot of jokes, folks.
How do you know the host?
So the guy Al. Okay, so here's really funny.
That's not Shelly, is it?
No. You're gonna think you're gonna actually be surprised because this is gonna give you some like drag race flashback.
Okay.
So the guy that hosts the thing, Al, that's Al from Al and Chuck Travel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is what he has parlayed into, and the reason that I got to know them initially was through the other one, that news broadcast show.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody, this guy I know, what's his name, Scott or something like that. David. He referred me over. He was like, "Hey," he's like,
Keith? Is it Jason? No. What's his name?
It's David. I was thinking, I'm getting these two guys confusing. But no, this guy's David, and he used to be like their, I guess, like recruiter, and he had actually he's done a lot of like, I guess, community type things, right? And so there used to be this thing here called the Gay Vista Social Club that was basically like a friend circle for gay folks.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 year for the Yas show that we did for the anniversary, we actually did it with them, like in conjunction with them. And so he knew that, so he was like, he's the one that passed me over to him, and brought Al to a show. And then Al was just like, "Oh, I want all of you. I want and need all of you on my broadcasts all the time." So that's how it happened.
Speaking of being wanted and needed, girl, did you know that we have a Patreon? Dear listeners, if you go to patreon.com, remember Mims and Maim, you could throw us some money. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that we have another podcast?
I did.
Dear listeners, it is 54th in Sweden right now.
Yeah.
It is the Murder, She Wrote podcast, You Slay Me.
We are just behind the fish smoking podcast. We were just behind it.
And dear listeners, excitingly, googly eyes, we have merchandise. If you go to mimsandmaim.com, you can buy, oh God, we could probably get in trouble for that. Because what was it, .com? Is that Excite or one of those? Anyway.
.com? Wait, hold on. It was
hotels.com?
I don't remember.
I can hear it in my head, though.
I can hear it in my head, though.
You can buy a shirt.
A tote.
A glass. Some other things.
And other things.
There we go. That's it.
Oh, there we go. Forgot to echo the last part. Sorry.
Yeah, please don't echo me all the time.
Aw, but that's how I get so many laughs.
Oh, Lord.
Just repeating what you say.
Is it working well for you?
I just repurpose your words. Somehow it works. I don't know. Somehow it works.
Don't forget to give me copyright and pay my bills. This is season 3, episode 20. Stand and fight.
I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. And that, Marjorie, just so you will know, and your children will someday know, is the night the lights went out in Georgia. The lights went out, the lights went out, the lights went out, the lights went out. And that is the night The light went out in Georgia.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Well, now you do.
Oh, it's such a good one.
So we're at Sugar Baker's,
Yes.
and there's some construction going on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
And we find out they have to park in the parking garage by the bank.
Oh.
And Charlene doesn't necessarily like parking garages because, they're a little spooky at night.
They are. It's true.
Girl, do you remember when Statesville, were you there when Statesville got their first parking garage?
Statesville has a parking garage?
Iredell Memorial Hospital has a parking garage.
Oh, wait. Did I go in that? I think. Oh, no. I do remember that because that's actually, they put that parking garage there the summer that I was working there. Yeah. When I was doing that, when I was that Westcom operator.
I remember that.
Yeah. So, I do remember. I was like, oh, wait, I forgot about that. Yeah. I used to
call for my mom every once in a while. God damn it. I've got to talk to Maim for a second before I get in touch with her.
Yeah, exactly. No, I do remember that because I used to get to work so early. I hated it. I used to get to work so early that I had like one of the bottom parking spaces always because I had to get there like crack of the dawn, which was a crime against humanity. Those were good days. It felt like the hospital had come up that day when they got a parking garage.
They're going to have another one. The Vance Hotel just got sold again for the second time, third time, fourth time.
Oh, no.
They're going to renovate it again.
Oh.
And they're going to put a parking garage beside of it.
I thought they were finally going to bulldoze that thing.
No, girl, they can. It's protected. It's historical.
But
that is where Zebulon Vance was governor and made Statesville the capital for a hot second. Dear listeners, we had, back during the Civil War, not only did we have slaves, but that's beside the point. We had a governor who was a coward, and he traveled through the state, and everywhere he went was the capital, and he was the Statesville was the capital for a little bit.
I just realized something that's really quite interesting.
What?
The fact that exists, and the fact that my ex was from the city of Zebulon.
Yeah, named after Zebulon Vance. Yeah, we have on our capital property, we have a statue to this man who was not a good governor, like even in terms of being a Southern, like Civil War governor, not a good governor.
Yeah, but think about it. Isn't that really on brand for our hometown?
It's true. Did you know, one other little piece of history before we continue with this, did you know that North Carolina, during the start of the Civil War, we were getting ready to sign a treaty with the North to stay in the Union. And while our people were up there, Virginia just seceded, and we're like, well, shit.
Once again, on brand. On brand.
And then we were like, well, there's no way you can really get to us because we don't really have a coast you can, like, we got literally 2 ports out there, and one of them's crap. So what are we going to do?
Guess we'll just go along with it.
Yeah, right.
All right, guys, we'll do it. Tears coming down their eyes, like we're so screwed.
And we were. So Julia's here, and she says that D.P. LaBeouf, who's Shia's great-grandfather, is going to have them design for him. He's a big deal in, like, New Orleans.
D.P. LaBeouf sounds like a bad porn.
Doesn't it, though? D.P. that beef.
in French.
He found Mary Jo in the Northwest Central Atlanta Design magazine. And he's going to have her go to New Orleans to
so many pieces in this episode.
The Northwest Central Atlanta Design magazine.
So many pieces.
Northwest. So here's Atlanta.
Honey, it's a linear episode. They had to do something to fill the time. Like, it's a very linear story.
It is a very linear episode.
This could be a 15-minute, like, what do you call it? The more you know.
So Suzanne's like, they were impressed with Mary Jo of all people. Julia says, well, she's a consummate professional. And Charlene chimes in, we're going to the Judds tonight. And Suzanne's like, well, how is it professional that she's taking time off work to go get some tickets to go to a hillbilly festival?
I was jealous.
I was too. Did you know Winona is doing the tour without her mom?
No.
Yeah, she's going on the Judd's Last tour alone.
I would be sobbing the entire concert.
They see again in my household. We watch CBS This Morning on Sunday sometimes. It's for old white liberal people. And yes, she was practicing and sobbing while she was practicing.
Oh, I can't even. I can't.
And she still has that red wig.
Girl, she gonna work that wig till the end of times.
Do you blame her?
Cher, cockroaches, and that wig. That's what's gonna be right.
I'm Cher, bitch.
Cher will literally be wearing Winona's wig, saying like they'll be like Highlander.
And commanding the roaches.
Yep. Rebuild, bitches.
You are my children.
Because you're strong enough.
Do you believe in life after love?
Do you believe in life after Armageddon?
But you can't sing Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves anymore. That one's a little bit racially insensitive.
Anyway.
Well, Mary Jo's here. She apologized for being late.
As usual. Okay.
But she was mugged.
Oh my God, what?
She went to a bad part of Atlanta to buy the tickets. She should have known better that all the mini mall was boarded up.
Okay.
Except for a ticket stand, apparently. I don't know. Whatever. What kind of shitty person was she buying?
Once again, they had to fill in a lot of subplot because this is a linear episode.
I know. Like, she could have just gone to the actual Coliseum and...
Yep.
Anyway, she was mugged, and there was a dude following her around, and then he was waiting for her outside and mugged her after she bought the tickets.
Yeah.
And Mary Jo is very upset that she didn't do anything. Dear listeners,
please listen to what he's about to say.
If you are being mugged, hand them the shit and walk away. The end. Like, don't do anything. Don't scream. If there's somebody has a knife at you, unless you know a mixed martial art and can dodge some bullets.
But wait, here's the thing, right? Because this is very important, especially based on this episode. What Mims is saying is very specific if you are being mugged, not being attacked.
Right.
Being mugged. If it's like your purse or your life, give them the purse.
Right. Now, however, if somebody's coming up from behind you and attacking you, fight back.
That's different, girl. That's
different. But like if you are being mugged, as she did, in fact, do the right thing. Yep. Is it traumatizing? Yes. You should still hand them your shit. I was at my boss, or my old coworker, this was 3 jobs ago now, told me a story of how he and his wife were in, I believe it was Chicago, and they were being mugged. Like a mugger came up with a gun, said, hand me your purse, hand me your wallet. He got his purse from his wife, and he was getting out his wallet, and he looked at her and said, run. And she's like, what? And the mugger said, he said, run, go. And
all they want is the stuff. That's all
they want is the stuff. They don't even want, like, I bet you could even tell a mugger, hey, can I just keep my credit cards? Because Lord knows you ain't going to be able to use them about 5 minutes after I get done here.
Yep. Can I have my driver's license? Can I just keep my driver's license?
Can I keep my driver's license? And here's the cash. You just want the cash? Mind if I just get you the cash? This is a real cheap wallet, but it's really dear to me. No, just hand them everything, y'all.
Literally.
Anthony is like, just scream. Just start screaming. Like, and if you're being attacked, there is some research that says if you start screaming something like fire or 911, not anything like help, I'm being attacked, because people don't want to get involved if you're being attacked. Because they have self-preservation going on. Snitches get stitches, I believe the phrase is. But if you start yelling, fire, help me, fire, they'll come over.
Fire. That's what we should, fire, help me, fire.
Fire, help me, fire.
Help me, fire, help me, fire. I'm gonna start singing hymnals.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were going disco with that one. I can't do a disco beat. Like I can't beatbox a disco beat.
I'm not. I don't have that skill either. Actually, it's never was passed to me.
Were you sad that Coolio passed away?
I mean, not sad so much. It's just like, wow, it was like unexpected.
I mean,
he wasn't. He wasn't that old.
4. Get your woman on the floor. Gotta get up to get down. Gotta get up to get down. I love Coolio.
He was so fun back then. Like he was like his. I mean, except for that one, right? The Gangster's Paradise. But I mean, like for the most part, almost all his songs are just like super fun.
Yep.
So yeah, I was kind of like, oh, he actually was kind of a soundtrack for us.
Ride, slippity slide.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I used to love that song. I did. I was
on that tiny little tricycle.
Yeah. Yeah. Rest in peace, Coolio. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Gangster's Paradise.
You made our 90s fun.
You did. Thank you. Thank you for that.
In about 50-some years, we'll be making our 90s fun again. Girl, we still won't be done with Murder, She Wrote.
I want Murder, She Wrote to take so long that Angela Lansbury gets wind of it and she like prolongs her own death until we actually get to the end of the Murder, She Wrote podcast.
That's not going to happen. So Suzanne's like, Anthony, you'd have Mary Jo screaming at everything. And Anthony's like, yup.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, literally, yes.
Mary Jo is like, no, Judds, I'm sorry. I'm out. So then we do a weird cut. And Charlene just says Mary Jo was so afraid she's sending Julia to New Orleans. She won't go out anywhere. She won't do anything. Like it's she's changed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And Anthony asked Charlene what she would do in a situation like that. Well, she'd scream. Well, sometimes, screams don't help. She'd run. Sometimes she can't get away. And then she'd kill him with a rolled up magazine. She was reading in Inquirer that spies have used a rolled up magazine to kill people.
That was one of my favorite things in the 80s when we all had James Bond fever was all of those types of articles that would come out about
it wasn't just James Bond.
What else was it back then?
Dick Tracy.
Oh, that's right. Dick Tracy was back then.
I love that horrible movie.
Me too.
Oh, it was so bad. Ward Beatty didn't want to be there.
No, and Madonna was just like, this is my chance for legitimacy.
And she didn't get it till Levita.
Yeah. I mean, I felt bad. If you go back and watch.
Who was the bad guy in that?
There was Robert De Niro, but he was in heavy makeup. He had the flat face. He was the flat face guy.
Oh, I thought he played Two-Face later on. No. Who played Two-Face in the Irene Hush in the original movie?
Harvey Keitel.
Oh, it's Harvey Keitel? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you go back and watch Madonna performing at the Oscars that year, because that was the year that Sondheim wrote that song for her, the fact that it was Madonna and Sondheim together, you could literally see her face that she thought it was almost a given when she was doing the performance. She had the most confidence I've ever seen her have doing a performance. When she did that, I've always got my man. She knew she was going to win that Oscar, and then she didn't. And I felt terrible.
Girl, somebody just posted on Facebook, I think it's an Onion article.
Yes.
Not to be outdone by Lizzo.
Oh, no.
Beyonce performs concert wearing George Washington's teeth.
Can you believe the controversy of Lizzo playing a flute that was gifted to her temporarily from the Library of Congress?
Oh, because it was a slave owner's flute? Let's add that in.
Right. I mean, my goodness, people. We have an actual coastline of a state that's been decimated by a hurricane, but we're hearing more about Lizzo playing a crystal flute.
Maim can't get her Canada Dry right now, so you better watch out.
Girl, don't even talk to me about that. I had to get some dang Winn-Dixie Club soda. I'm so mad.
Girl, you go to a Winn-Dixie.
Winn-Dixie's not bad here. We got some nice Winn-Dixies.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't even know there were still Winn-Dixies.
Yeah, they're like white people Winn-Dixies. I know, right? I didn't even know those still existed.
Our Winn-Dixie's a food line now.
Not a food kitty, honey.
Yeah. You remember it was the Brandles?
Oh, yes.
So I was telling my mom where a place was in Statesville. And I was like, it's by the old Kmart. You know, the old Kmart.
The old, I know what you're talking about.
And she was like, that ain't over anywhere near there. I was like, no, the one that was before, you know, that turned into this, then this, then this, then this. Oh, yeah, the old Kmart. Yes, ma'am, the old Kmart.
Over by Sky City.
Sky City. Oh, that Ingles is still out there, by the way. I don't know if you know that.
Are you kidding?
No, and we've got 2 Ingles in Statesville now.
Oh.
The new one's a big, nice Ingles.
Oh.
It is huge. It is the...
Yeah, there was a nice Ingles. They put a nice Ingles in near Witsit when I was there.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. It was expensive too. It was like Publix prices. I was like, wait a minute, Ingles, when did y'all get like Sedity up in here? I don't understand.
Anthony gives them writes down a community center class that he helps out at that they can go to because they need it.
Yes, they do. It's sad.
So they're at this class. They're at this random class. And Julia looks at Suzanne, who's sitting beside of her, and, you know, General Suzanne attire.
Yes.
They're in like a gym, is what it looks like. And Julia's like, they said it was casual. And Suzanne just goes, I'm in open toes.
I don't know about you, but like I got YMCA vibes off of this location setting.
Yeah.
I did. I was like, this feels like a YMCA.
Mary Jo is still very timid.
She is.
We find out that the teacher of this course is blind. It's a self-defense course, and she's blind.
Come on, girl. Yes, ma'am.
And Rob with the mullet is going to be helping out, and he's the mugger.
Appropriate with that mullet.
Charlene is very smitten. Mary Jo is very timid.
Very timid.
What is this?
Oh Lord!
What is this word?
Honey, you done bent over so far. You out the camera view.
So they're going to start a demonstration. Oh, that's demo. That's what the word is. They're going to demonstrate, and all of a sudden she screams, "No, 911."
I wonder when this happened, because you'll know what I'm talking about, but I felt like, I wonder if King of the Hill had this in mind when they had the Bobby self-defense episode.
Yes.
Because literally I had like flashes like, oh my gosh, I think this was actually a wink to that because of the way that they were shouting and everything. Because it was.
Well, this is also a thing that was very big in the 80s. Like these self-defense courses, because of they got a lot of money from the anti-crime bill.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, so they went to white communities and had self-defense courses in community centers because we're afraid of black people.
Protect those white ladies.
Protect those white ladies. Now, granted, with that said, every woman should be protected. Every woman should but it was at this time was protect those white ladies from the black men, pretty much.
Save the vanilla flesh.
I'm going to need you to never say that again. Because I've tasted my flesh, and it does not taste vanilla.
Save that white vinegar.
I don't stink. Anyway.
Egg white.
So Suzanne is chosen. Egg whites. I'm like meringue, all dry and nasty. So Suzanne is chosen. And she comes up there and she's like, do I get a prize?
Yes.
And she's like, well, you know, just the confidence of knowing that you can defend yourself.
Oh.
Well, I don't really need that. And teacher's like, well, you know, women are socialized to not be. And Suzanne just pulls out her handgun.
Which she traded in that AK for.
Yeah. It's like, look, I got this. I am perfectly fine. So Rob, he takes the gun, takes all the bullets out of it. She had a fully loaded handgun. Takes all the bullets out of there, hands her the handgun back, and he's like, okay, let's see how this goes. See if you can defend yourself. So he hands her back the handgun, she throws it in her purse. He comes from behind her. She pulls the handgun out, and she pulls like stuff out, hands it to him to hold. Finally gets the handgun and points it at him. It's like, bang, I gotcha.
I loved it so much.
And he's like, there's a lifesaver stuck in there.
This was one of the funniest moments of this season.
It was. Now, the funny part about that is when he said there's a lifesaver stuck in there, she looks down at it and says, shoot, and there is actually something that comes out of the gun.
Yes.
I think that was not planned.
Oh,
goodness.
I did. This was like, it's so funny. Like the funniest parts of this show that come back to you as you're watching them and you remember them from like decades ago. Oh man.
So Charlene then volunteers. She immediately walks up and screams, "No!" Yes. She's they were like, you know, the first lady forgot. And Julie's just screams and says, "That's a problem she's had before."
Oh, the jokes in this one are perfect.
The Julia comes up.
Oh my Lord!
Is
the
like,
Terminator.
No. Just with the finger out in front. And she's like, well, that's not very intimidating. And Julia just needs the man in the crotch.
Yep.
Then it's Mary Jo's turn to come up.
Mm.
And she's being attacked. She freezes because, dear listeners, she has PTSD, and this probably was not a good decision for her to do.
Right after.
No, definitely not. No.
I mean, it was literally like a couple of days later.
You know what would have probably been better for her?
Therapy.
Counseling, yes. That's exactly right. Dear listeners, support mental health. Or, yes, support mental health. I said it correctly. I had to think about it. I thought I was going to say support trauma, and that's not what I meant. I got it right.
Oh.
Under his eye.
I always love that moment where sometimes you'll say something and you're just like, did I say that right?
Well, girl, sometimes I just have lots of words. They're in a jumble in my head, and it's like Yahtzee.
No, I know. I
or Boggle. It's kind of more like Boggle.
My brain is literally a word jumble at all times, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's why I have all this stuff written down, and you have nothing written down.
Yes, because it's easier for me.
What color's your hair right now? Blue?
It's like a blue. The color, it's a lime crime color. It's literally called anime.
Okay.
And I think it's because it's the same color as the guy from Hero Academia.
I have never watched that.
Ooh. You should watch. It's good.
Okay.
It's real good. It starts off a little kiddie, and you're like, oh, okay. But after just a little bit, it's like, oh, okay, this is actually quite good.
What are we watching now? Licorice Recoil. Have you watched Licorice Recoil?
I've never even heard of that. What is that?
It is on Crunchyroll. It's about a future in Japan where there's a bunch of they take female orphans and train them to be killers. And it's about one who loses their
I'm sold.
High ranking and has to go with the silly one who refuses to kill people.
I'm sold.
It's so good. It's so good. It's live right now, so there's like 6 episodes.
Did you start watching it because it was called Licorice and you love licorice?
Not licorice, licorice.
Licorice.
Lycrois, which is a
interesting.
Which is a flower.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll watch that one too.
It's very good.
Okay.
It's very good.
Well, I love Lady Assassins. That's like one of my jams.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah. Any badass ladies.
And then there's one that we watched, the Yakuza Babysitter one too.
It's so good.
It is so good.
It's so good.
Not the one that's on Netflix. The
No,
one
I know the one. I know
yeah.
the one talking about. Yeah,
I mean, I love the Yakuza one on Netflix with the dude who left the Yakuza to take care of
the house husband.
The house husband. That is.
They're both great.
They're both great. Like,
I love stupid. I love when like something that sounds like the stupidest plot ever turns out to be so good.
Yep.
Thank you, Japanese culture. Thank you.
Well, now it's a little bit later at Sugar Baker's.
Mm-hmm.
And Suzanne's like, Charlene choked me around the neck. I can't ask Julia to do it because she gets too into it. So Charlene does it to help her practice, and Julia enters, and Suzanne just flips Charlene.
She does a pretty good job too.
She does. The lamps are in for Mr. LaBeouf.
That name.
And Charlene's like, you know, Julia, you're tough, but I thought you had too good a taste to do some of this stuff. And Julia's like, that's exactly what they expect. They expect you to be too kind, me to have too good of taste, Suzanne not to want to roll around on the floor.
Preach, Julia.
Mary Jo to be too timid, etc., etc., etc. Did you know once every 6 seconds a woman is sexually assaulted? And Suzanne's like, where'd y'all hear that? Well, in the brochure. Oh, my pig ate my brochure. And Julia goes on a little tirade for a minute. And she ends up with saying, women better be prepared to fight. We're going to rise up and be prepared to fight. Mm-hmm.
And we rise up. What is that song from? What's that lady, the Audra Day or whatever her name is?
Yeah.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were singing the Selma song there for a second.
I thought that was a Selma song.
Oh, is that is a Selma song?
Yeah. I was like, is that the Selma song? Like, what song am I singing? Because I don't know.
It sounded like you were doing a 90s dance song, too.
Lord. Oh, that's right. The Funky Green Dogs.
Uh-huh.
Rise up. I forgot about that.
There you go.
Ooh, I got to make me a little, like, Funky Green Dogs Rise Up mix on Spotify.
There you go.
My workout.
So Charlene says Mary Jo doesn't think that the techniques even work very well. To which Mary Jo enters and Julia's like, no, the lamps will work very well and what Mr. LaBeouf wants. And Mary Jo's like, no, I heard you. I heard you. It's okay. I don't.
You disappeared.
And so he's talking to Anthony comes in and Mary Jo asks Anthony, hey, if a man gets kicked down there, does it really hurt that much? He's like, yes, anytime I even see somebody get kicked that hard, I topple over in pain. And what you should do is y'all should just find the shortest man around and kick him real hard, and maybe that'll be a deterrent.
Which, of course, I sat there and said, that would have been me, I guess, if I was nearby.
Just start wearing a cup.
What?
Just start wearing a cup everywhere that way.
Just everywhere. Just everywhere.
Have you ever worn a cup? I never have. I never played sports, though.
I wore a cup I did for baseball.
Okay. You played baseball?
I played baseball for 4 seasons.
In what grade?
This would have been 2nd through.
Okay, girl.
6th?
That's why. Like, you can't say, I played baseball for 4 seasons in early elementary school when it doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, I played almost till the end of junior high.
2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th? That's not junior high.
I don't know what exactly the dates were at this point. Okay. I think it wasn't 2nd. It had to be 3rd. And the only reason I know it, because everything is based off of coordination. It was 3rd because 4th grade was the year that I tried football instead of fall soccer. Because remember, soccer was always the constant. Yeah. It would be soccer in this fall and baseball in the spring. So this would have been 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th grade that I played baseball.
Whose idea was it for you to try football?
The person who's a lawyer now that we both know. The mutual person that we know that's now a lawyer that has terrible ramifications on my in my high school life.
You know, it's a lawyer.
The minister's son.
Oh!
Yes. 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 Yes.
Because I could look at you, no offense, I could look at you and say, you know,
Let me give you
basketball
a
maybe, because, you know, Muggsy Bogues.
yes.
And that would have been great. That was the time that Muggsy Bogues was a thing, and you're
I
very
tried
short.
I tried to play basketball actually. So I tried to play basketball, and this was back when this is actually this is a true story, and this is not a sob story, but it's a true story. I was gonna play basketball. I went out for the basketball, like this was before we had school basketball, because it was like once again like fourth or fifth grade or something like that.
Yeah.
And my my dad, who had to take me to practice because that was the one day of the week he had to do something parental because my mom had to go to choir practice. And I guess he got tired of taking me, and he essentially said, "You're not getting any better. I don't think you should keep doing this." And I was not okay. And I never went back. And I never went back to basketball. So yeah, it just
My
happened to be
God.
it just happened to be the one time, literally the one time that like my mom didn't, you know, she did everything. And so it was
Yeah.
the one activity that I had where he had to like take a day out of his his week to go like sit at the gym for 2 hours.
My father kept wanting me to play football. No, head injuries. It worried me back then. And did I ever tell you the story about throwing the football?
No.
So it was 8th grade, or I think it was 8th grade, 7th or 8th grade.
Okay.
And we played touch or flag football outside during PE. And I threw the football and hit somebody like 200 yards away, or however many yards, like forever away, halfway down the field. And he's like, do that asshole coach, the one who hurt.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
was
remember
like,
his name though.
Would you like to,
Coach Johnson?
Yeah. You shouldn't say names. Yeah.
Do you know how many Coach Johnsons exist in North
true.
Carolina? Probably.
It's true. But he was like, you know, you should immediately try out for the football team now. I was like, no, thank you. But
I mean, I will say, right, when I think about you back then, it actually is really funny. When I do think about you back then, it does seem like on paper, you should have played sports, because you were taller than most of the kids at that time. You were more broad than the kids, and you weren't like fat. You were just broad. You were a big kid back then. You've probably been very good at some of those sports.
The thing is, the ones that I would have liked to have played, I probably would not have been. Right?
Like which ones?
Soccer. I would be.
You would have been a kick butt goalie in soccer.
Goalie, yes, but I can't do flips. I can't move around like that. Like, my vertigo gets me.
Oh, Lord.
Like, I could. Do you know how hard it was for me to do flips in elementary school? You remember where you had to do those stupid little row of 3 flips in a row?
Yes.
I couldn't do them. Like, I would have to, like, oh my God.
Okay, I got you now.
So, and sometimes you got to do that kind of shit in soccer. Like, you've got to roll and do that kind of stuff.
I agree.
And I'm blind as a bat. It was golf. I should have done golf.
Oh, good gosh. No.
Swimming is probably the one I probably should have done.
Yes, you were very good at that. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, Mary Jo was like, well, why can't we see guys getting kneed on the television? And Charlene has an answer. Apparently it's censored because Rhonda Faye married one of her people from Poplar Bluff, married a censor. And, which is kind of funny because she used to cuss a lot.
Yes.
And Mary Jo hates, like in horror movies, the hurt ankle thing where like big boobied blonde women on 3-inch stilts, run and they fall over and they hurt their ankle and the mugger and killer comes up. And she said, I just want to see a woman that beat the hell out of the man in the horror movie. And I just thought to myself, has she never seen Halloween? Because Jamie Lee Curtis takes 0 prisoners.
But that was like the only one.
Doesn't matter. Like, she should give him props, Jamie Lee Curtis.
I will say, not sponsored, but just for everybody, the Criterion Channel this month for October is doing a special tribute to 80s horror flicks. So that's there. Just want everybody to know that they got a lot of good ones on there. So
Anthony offers to practice with Mary Jo, not with Suzanne. He wants kids late one day. Mary Jo's like, no. And Suzanne's like standing there and said, come at me with a knife. Let me tackle you. And Charlie just goes, shut up. And like, it's Suzanne's like, it's like a pageant and I just have to be the best. And then she headlocks Charlene and Charlene just kind of hits at her.
I loved it. I loved every moment of this interaction. This for me I felt personally like this was the most genuine that they'd all been, honestly.
So we're at a parking garage, and Mary Jo's waiting on the elevator.
Yes.
And there's a man in it. She's like, well, no, I'm gonna go look for my German Shepherd. I'll be right back. So she walks away. The door closes. It goes down. She hits the button again, and he's still in there. She walks away, and he touches the back of her shoulder, and she goes, no, 911. Well, we're back at Sugar Baker's, and Mary Jo is happy she defended herself, and Mr. Dubouf is there. D.P. LaBeouf is there, and he's the man from the elevator. Mary Jo apologizes profusely. He's like, no, I have a wife, a mother, and a daughter, and like I should know better. 2 daughters. I should know better than come up, no matter if I know a woman or not, than tap her on the shoulder in a dark parking garage. That's on me, yo. And like, Julia's like, you should be proud. I am. I would have been proud to beat the hell out of you. We're at graduation. No. 911. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you find yourself a Miss Georgia World?
I did, but let me just say real quick at the very end
you
now.
Talk for a second while I let my dog down.
Sure. So Mims just reduced a very touching moment into like a quick second. The actual end of the episode is the guy that's supposed to be the mugger going to each one of the women, and they're all screaming no one at a time, including and ending with Mary Jo. It's a very touching moment. And because of that, I just wanted to loop back around to that. But yes.
I'm glad I missed all that.
You did. Did I find a Miss Georgia World? Of course I did. Suzanne Sugarbaker in her first outfit when they go to the defense class.
See, mine's different.
Okay, what's yours?
Mine is Julia in that it's either black and white or black and light pink number.
Okay.
That she looks like kind of a when Mr. LeBouf shows up later on.
I know.
Where she looks kind of like a stewardess.
I like that one okay, but I loved it with
the thing and the pin, the brooch.
The brooch. You've noticed I've really been getting into brooches lately. It's like,
Maim, I've got another question for you.
Yes.
Did you enjoy this episode?
Yeah, this was a fun one.
It was so much better than the last episode.
The last episode, it wasn't a bad episode. It was just like, it should have not been so rushed.
Yeah.
Like, it really could have been 2 parts. It would have been a cliffhanger, and You know, like what if Charlene had just been like, I'm not even gonna get married, and it was hanging off that, and that's how you ended the episode. Like,
Uh-huh.
oh, that would have been great. That would have been that's a sweet
Oh my
kind of
God. I
episode.
think that I'm missing
Oh no.
pages for the.
Oh no.
Oh no! It somehow put that page at the bottom, and then anyway, girl, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you?
Yeah, hello everybody. It is I, your favorite relation, Auntie Maim. So, you can find me in lots of places, actually. So on Instagram, you can find me at Auntie_Maim. That's MAIM. You can find me on Twitter at Maim Ministry. You can find me now as a host on the It's Happening Out network, which you can find them on Apple TV, Roku devices, on YouTube. You can just search for It's Happening Out gay television network, and you should be able to see our show that we do weekly. If you are wanting to see and hang out in real life, I perform improvised comedy at the Villain Theater in Miami, which you can find out about them at villaintheater.com. I host the Amazing Colossal Karaoke Show, which is a karaoke and cabaret hybrid show at Kill Your Idol in South Beach, Miami. And that's every Thursday night. Geez, I guess that's it. How about you, Mims?
Hey, y'all. I'm the Divine Miss Mims. You can find me on all of my socials, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, at Divine Miss Mims. I generally post on Twitter, so you can mostly find me there. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that we have Patreon?
Whoa.
If you go to patreon.com, Mims and Maim, you can throw us some money. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know we have another podcast?
What?
It's called You Slay Me. Dear listeners, if you just search for You Slay Me wherever you get your podcast, and I'll stop stumbling over my words eventually. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know we have merchandise?
Merch?
That's right, dear listeners. If you go to mimsandmaim.com, you can buy some of our merch.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, that happened.
Wow.
Well, Maim, you got anything else to add?
Oh, sorry, I had to burp. Nope, I'm good.
Then why don't you say goodnight, Maim?
Good night, Maim.
Bye, y'all.